I'm refreshing as fast as I can.
Is that your it's going face?
Mhm.
That's beautiful. All right. Welcome back, everyone, to the Call of the Hunger. But that's not what we're doing right now. What we're doing right now is figuring out the chaos engine in the center of the world. Corpus Chaos. Corpo Chaos. I
Whatever.
forget the Corkeo Corpus.
Something.
It's
Corkeo
your,
Corpus. There we
it's
go.
your world. If you can't remember, we're fucked.
Yeah.
What we're doing right now, Corpus. Sanio Ordo Infinitum is where our party left off. Not only in the chaos engine in the center of the world, but seemingly at the bottom of a oceanic bed in this area, with a tsunami about to hit them as they charge forth toward a hurricane. Unfortunately, they were not alone, as there seems to be some sort of gigantic crustacean octopus kraken type thing down there with them, and it has developed somewhat of an interest in them after being frustrated skibbity papping some sort of force boat that is some sort of ghostly apparition nearby, seemingly tethered to something that has been scantily investigated at this point. But it is maybe a little irrelevant as the party lies haggard. And in fact, one unconscious character, Emery, is is wrapped up in the tentacles of this beast, hovering suspended over its great maw, about to be eaten alive.
That sounds bad.
And with that, we go to Ilya.
Ow.
You're no longer bleeding, right?
Yeah, I took care of that, I'm pretty sure.
All right.
Oh.
Question while he thinks.
Yes.
What is the status of Emery right now? Because the last thing I remember Wretch doing was bringing her back to consciousness.
That was Ilya that you brought back to consciousness.
All right.
She is unconscious.
Goody.
I'm right at the threshold. Can I do a medicine check on myself to add like a hit point, or is that for specific situations?
That is specifically reserved to short rests or feats, if you have any sort of there's skills that let you do it mid-combat.
Okay. Fuck.
You're conscious, just so you know.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I am to consciousness what Steely Dan is to rock stars.
You're at that point where a jump into the wrong coral will kill you.
Yeah.
By the way, Josh says he's rooting for us, and this is just a monster, and he's rooting for us.
I believe in you guys. I don't want the bottom feeder to have a full stomach.
But, like, taking care of some munchies, that's fine. Bits and pieces of a Woolund lost in there, that's okay.
Yeah,
That's just the natural order of things. The natural ordo.
Huh. So what's the status on the tsunami?
Imminent.
Ah.
That
Oh, I
means
don't
soon.
big word for soon.
If you'd like to spin a maneuver, you can analyze it to see how many turns you have to get out of here before it hits.
Well, I have a imminent issue in that my comrade here is in a really bad way and about to die.
No.
I don't have anything. I'm assuming that everything in my pack was annihilated.
We
We saved your
brokered some,
headdress.
yeah, and soft bits. So like rope wouldn't be destroyed, things like that.
I'm guessing if you had a health potion, it's gone.
Yep.
Yeah, potions are gone.
My dagger is probably gone.
No, that's fine.
Okay. Shit.
Oh.
Kind of at a loss, guys. If I jump for a coral, I'm assuming I'm going to provoke an attack of opportunity. Because Squid Boy is well within range for that.
Attack of opportunity is a trait, not a given, unlike D&D.
Ah.
So
Okay.
there's a chance it has that trait. You fought monsters before that had it.
Yeah, I feel like that would be a very useful skill for a bottom feeder. Well, can't dilly-dally or shilly-shally.
Is it in the water or is it above the water? Like,
Yeah,
is there a part of it you can stand on, or is it submerged?
The creature? Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it's totally it. The water is probably like up on its tentacles, but not on its. It's most of its squid-like body. That's actually carapace, and it's out of the water.
Okay.
Because it's more like a lobster with tentacles than it is a squid.
Okay. So still gonna jump between coral, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this is like, but it's 5 feet, so the difficulty should be pretty low.
Yeah, the difficulty is 1 purple die.
Okay. So I was here. Do I have enough movement that I could get to the tentacle from here?
You could do diagonals.
Like an L?
Yeah, I would say that you could do 5-foot jump and 10-foot total of movement to get to a part of the tentacle that is attached to her, but it would be closer to its base.
Okay,
like
I want to do that, but did you
mid-tentacle.
ping so that... What's up?
Yeah, it'd be like right here.
Okay, I'm
Is
gonna
it your
do
turn?
that. Yes. I'm just hemming and hawing about how I want to face death. So
We
like
love when he
here?
hems and haws.
Mhm.
Right here?
Yep. So
Okay.
give me a jump.
Acrobatics?
Yeah. Or athletics.
There is no acrobatics. Okay.
Yeah. It's coordination.
Well, either one, I am gangbusters. I'm gonna go with coordination. Wait, no, you said athletics. Sorry.
Athletics or coordination.
Okay. Alrighty doody. Huh, okay. 5 and 2.
Yeah, you're plenty fine. You flourish in the air.
Yeah. I. So I'm within range to slash at a tentacle.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to use a story point.
To upgrade your check,
Okay.
or to give your weapon breach.
Breach.
Okay. Go ahead and roll.
And gonna slice off the tentacle.
Let me see you do it.
Oh. 2 and 1.
2 and 1 hits. I roll
Oh.
nothing on his defense.
Oh, goodness. So that's 4, 6. So it's uncancel advantage, the +4 on my sword plus my brawn.
Yes.
Okay, so that's 9 damage.
9 with breach. Let me double check my notes here.
Hopefully he doesn't take that personally and just fucks off to some other part of the lake.
9. So you hack into this tentacle. And you seem to get most of the way through it, but it kind of like does that like log thing where it kind of tips open. You see the wound kind of splay open. You see even some of the flesh start to tear, but it holds just enough of the limb to kind of sway backwards. It's just shy of being able to slice it off.
Oh.
Could I spend a story point that it loosens its grip
Yeah,
because of
absolutely. Out of reflex.
that? Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Do you want to be dropped or do you want it to be loose?
It's water under me, right?
Water or a rock? Do you want to land in the water?
like a straight answer.
Sorry. So based off of where you are right now and your story point, you can either choose to land on the rock or land on the water that is rushing toward it.
Oh, yeah. Then I guess rock.
Rock?
Yeah,
How high up are you?
I was gonna ask that, and I was like, screw it.
Hey.
You're about, I would say you're about 15 feet up, so you're going to take 1d4 of fall damage.
All right.
You put that back or so help me.
2 damage.
Okay.
Which I'm going to
What's
do the damage
2 more
instead of
damage?
a crit.
Huh?
That's it. Normally, if you ever take sources of damage, it would be another crit
Oh.
right now, but I already said damage, so it's fine.
Oops.
You're fine. Because you just fall limply, like, ragdoll onto the rock. So
Yeah,
it should
yeah.
be a crit, but that's fine. Okay. Yeah. You were freed from the beastie.
Thanks, buddy.
At which point, Oliver is panicking, and he goes, World Savior, please! And the wisp shoots over and swoops you up. Swoop style. And he swoops you over here.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah.
And then it's Wretch's turn.
Come on, Rich.
Okay. So the wave's coming, right?
The wave is coming.
Okay. I will. Am I stuck or just like in a hole?
The way it is that like all of that is like really hard candelabra type stuff, but they're all like maybe 2 inches in diameter that you fell into, and you've been breaking some of it out of the way to try to scamper up. I believe you are finished scampering up, but it's not like you'll need to do coordination checks in order to be able to maneuver through it, so to speak. But you could theoretically jump or whatever. You're not technically ensnared.
Okay. I attempt to scuttle 1 square that way.
Okay, you can either just do it, and that's your movement for a maneuver, or you can test for it and have it be 1 movement point. If you succeed.
If I do the movement, I sink, right? Instead of doing the test?
No, I'm just saying that you just basically take the hindering terrain where it takes your whole maneuver to move to 1 space.
Okay. Alright, so from this distance, I cast my thingy.
Okay?
Beauty and Life, up to short range, hard difficulty, decrease wounds to threshold. Sound good? Any
Yep.
rebuttal?
I roll no difficulty dice due to the latent magic of Corteo Corpus.
Okay, so I need to roll any symbol at all, because I can turn two advantage into success.
Yes, but you cannot use any advantage to recover strength.
Yeah. So in that case, I rolled 6 success, 1 advantage, just to overkill it. So Emery should be back to 0 HP and or maximum hit points while still being conscious, however you do your damage.
Oh my god. Thank you, buddy.
Yep, and then I am going to take 2 more strain, to activate again and scuttle back to the hole I made, the impact hole, and I am going to back down into it.
Oh god.
To brace for the fucking tidal wave.
Oh, you're gonna try to hide it here for it.
Riding it out.
Oh god. Okay.
Riding it out.
Alright.
It's never good when the DM's like, oh god, your idea. But, you know.
I'm prepared for this.
Ride it
Whether or
out.
not you are is the question. Parts of the candelabra coral break apart during a bit of your movement, but it's superficial at most. Bull, what do you do?
I am going to hold my action on just in case it tries to attack or grab at somebody over here.
Okay. Are you attempting to just... Actually, never mind. We're good. So you're holding your action. You are brought to consciousness with the life-saving... If you don't mind. You get this almost condescending lip curl of a feel that emanates through your body as your wounds get stitched. That is the feeling of the capricious dahlia.
Alright.
Huh.
Capricious? She seems like a nice lady.
She
Like,
seems like a nice lady.
she's like your classic like smacks gum while looking at her nails, sort of like California princess.
And Rich is just so cute, but Emery's not nearly as cute as Rich.
Yeah. Wretch is like the chihuahua in her handbag.
Yeah.
Y'all are so mean to me, my god.
What? No. Saying you're way cuter than
Maybe
me.
the
That's
god
why he
is
doesn't
just
like
mean.
me very much.
Just looks down and goes, L. Here's you.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I brushed that off, used to it, whatever, it doesn't bother me any. And then I turned to, what did he call the misty, wraithy thing?
He called it whir, as it's
Whir.
like nudging you up under your arms, and it's like very excited, dogly pushing up on you.
You all saved me, thank you. I don't suppose we could ask you for one more favor. You see that big blue guy over there that also saved me? Could you help him get over here with us?
I need you to give me a magic check or an animal handling check. Or a
Yes.
charm check, actually. Any one of those.
I'll do a magic check.
I thought the witch lady was going to do charm.
Yeah.
You really are holding on to the connotation that witch has in our society.
Mm.
2 success, 5 advantage.
5 advantage?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. With your advantage, he's kind of stumbling on what you're referring to, and there's a bit of a delay in his response. But it seems to be turning a little bit. If you spend another maneuver, I'll allow you to check.
Sure. A triumph, 2 success, and 3 advantage.
Okay. You basically, you're speaking to him, but now you kind of and you channel your will into him. He doesn't speak your language, but that really seems to push through, right?
Mm-hmm.
He kind of starts whipping himself up into a little whirl, so to speak, and he kind of goes up into the air a little bit, and then cascades down into the water. You see some of the water splashing.
Okay. That's it for me then.
And with
We're
that,
bringing back the Swedish people.
it's the bottom feeder, who is going to swing at, in your general direction, Emery, which means Bull, you can have your attack action, if you could. And it's also going to swing at Ilya.
Oh, I was like, great, and it's not gonna hit Ilya. Nope. So it's attacking me for sure. You said.
It will be if this goes
Black?
If this
I can
goes
never remember
sour,
what my defense roll is.
Your defense roll is your shield's gone, right?
No, my armor's gone.
Then it's the 2 black for your agility, the 2 black for your shield, and 1 purple die. Should be on your sheets. Should say your defense is 4, which would be 4 blacks, and then everyone gets purple. Generally speaking.
It is on my sheet, but I did that backwards before, which is why I asked.
No problem.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Thanks, buddy.
Bull, what did you get?
5 and 3.
5 and 3? I roll nothing. What's your damage?
Give me a minute. Damn it.
Mm.
14 pierce 2.
The limb severs off entirely as you bring your axe in this huge uppercut, and the thing collapses. But as it does, you almost have to duck over it because it's almost like a giant log that rolls past you guys. You're 1 damage away from severing that limb, Ilya.
Okay.
Hold on. I'm also going to give it a setback on its next check.
Okay, that'll be.
Nice.
I'll allow that to be during this too. So add a setback to your defense. So add another black die, Ilya,
Oh, okay.
as this next
can
one comes cascading down.
Magic MacGuffin, can I still use that this session? Or is that a once per encounter? I forget.
It's a once per day.
Ah. I have used that. Fuck. Okay. 2 and 1 and... Fuck me! 2 and 1. You fail your 1 threat.
I have 3 success, unfortunately, and a bunch of advantage.
Oh. Wait!
Uh,
I can parry damage, but not failures.
yeah, I don't think this is going to be worth parrying based off of your current health. Well, actually, no, that's a good point because it'll. Well, no, based off of your buddy's ability, probably won't. That's going to be 9 damage, and you're ensnared, and you're unconscious, right?
Yeah.
So you're gonna take another critical injury.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Whoa.
Right from his
9.
hole is like being summoned again. He's like, seriously?
But I can still parry though, right?
Yes, you can parry this. Yep.
But
But if you spend strain until you go unconscious, while you're if you go unconscious here, your spirit. If you go strain unconscious, your spirit can migrate from your body. Keep that in mind.
2 plus 8 decent 5. Well, maximum strain, and I reduced the damage by 5. So, ouch.
Yeah, so you only take. So it was 9 damage before soak, and then reduce
before soak?
before soak, and then reduce the damage by 5.
So I took 1 damage, and I am
It's just enough, man.
Looking
Parry's
like
so
a-
good.
looking like a bruised man already, and it just kind of.
I rolled 37. What did you have? You already have 3 crits on you,
Yeah.
so that's a 67. Which, if I'm looking at critical injury table, that is reduce your strain threshold by the 10s digit.
Uh-oh.
Are you conscious?
Am I conscious?
Are you strain wise after that?
No.
Your strain goes under?
Well, yeah, I was at 11 out of 11 after parrying. So I am unconscious.
Okay. Give me a willpower check.
You know, Rich, I really hope Dolly is into Swedish
So
guys.
this would be discipline.
You're good at
Fuck.
discipline, right? No, you're not.
I have 2 ranks in discipline.
You got your story points.
Nope. I have 1 advantage.
One
And
advantage.
I don't suppose I could spend a story point to reroll those die.
You can usually spend a story point to upgrade a die before you roll. But
And that's not going to help. I've got 2 yellows.
I will allow you to spend both of your story points to reroll.
Well, if you
You
have
already
2
spent
yellows
one.
and you upgrade a die, you get a green. So you'd have 2 yellows and a green.
Well, I can't do that because I spent 1 to almost hack through a tentacle.
Oh, yep.
Yep.
All right.
So now I thought I was the one that was doomed.
I told you, you
so I
got
gotta roll
fucking
on the
lucky.
D6 chart.
Oh.
So while you were unconscious, what's this? D6, right?
It's like someone's squeezing a freshly cooked Swedish meatball. There's cream sauce all over the core. Oh, boy.
I'm in a
Okay.
hole.
Reduce an intelligence skill by 1.
Okay.
How much room you got to play with on that stat there, bud?
Ouch. I'm gonna reduce my medicine check.
And then you gain the following trait. Hysterical.
Oh, shocking.
That tracks right now.
Yeah.
I would be too.
Yeah.
Everything is pain. Oh my
Okay.
god. Why?
Uh,
Sorry, it's just Google Sheets is not cooperating.
yeah.
No.
Okay.
And then it's your turn, at which point you suffer another crit, which is going to be 72, which is reduce your strain threshold by 7.
I have no strain. I'm a noodle.
You have no strain, which
I have 0 strain threshold.
which means that you will not be able to become conscious until those critical injuries are healed.
Wretch.
If you ever felt like you needed job security, Rich.
I'm killing
I
it.
am literally useless. I cannot.
And then, because you were unconscious, please give me a discipline check.
Oh my god.
Give me a second.
You rolled a fucking success. I rolled 2 threat.
It's gonna make my bad roll even funnier.
Don't forget, you can spend a story point to upgrade this check before you roll.
Which would that add a green?
It would add a green
Yeah.
if you have all yellows right now, or it would take
I
a
do.
green and turn it into a yellow.
Okay, I'm gonna spend my last story point because I'm not gonna fucking use it on anything else. And add a green to my willpower check. Oh, oh, 4.
4
Holy
success.
shit!
Nice.
Success.
Okay, you maintain parts of your personality.
The parts that are left. God.
And then the ghost, the wisp is going to fly up. Where? No, to front. There we go. He's going to fly up as you are getting picked up and positioned over the maw of this creature. He's going to interpose himself between you and the tentacle, between the tentacle and the mouth, basically, hovering in the air, nice and pretty much invisible. And then it is Rex's turn.
He
Ow.
went there?
Yes.
So he's not gonna be able to rip it out of his arm, I don't think.
He is
Okay,
named.
so is Ilya in an arm or on the ground?
He is in a tentacle.
Oh,
Picked up.
goody. Okay. So, question.
Mm-hmm.
If I spend a story point, can I alter what one of my spells does?
What do you want to do?
I want to transfer beauty and life to, instead of decreasing wounds to threshold, swapping our wounds.
I will allow it. Specific. Oh,
So, like, he would go to 4 damage and I would go to 18. And that would put me unconscious. I'm not trying to metagame the system.
If you're
I will allow
unconscious,
you
that
to.
means-
What's the spell range on that?
Short. So I would have to run towards him.
I will allow you to overclock your spell here, because magic is way easier here, to gain the range you need, but at the cost of your own health, effectively creating the condition that you were asking for.
So would I still, if I healed him with beauty and life, he would go from 18 to 17, or he would go to 4 and I would go to 18 out of 17 and go unconscious? Just make sure I understand before I
would
agree
allow
to
you
something.
to basically spend any amount of your health to heal.
To heal him.
But if
to
you
what?
heal him, he's not gonna become conscious.
Huh?
Just so you know.
No,
Because he's
will
got
not
critical,
become
because he's got
conscious.
critical
Heal.
injuries on him that keep him
Oh
from
yeah,
being
you're
unconscious.
strained out, aren't you?
Yeah,
Like I cannot.
Yeah, okay, so waking you up is pointless. Ugh, God. Alright.
but healing
Well,
him
that
will
would
keep
stop
him
me
from
from-
taking crits every turn.
Yeah, true.
So could you do beauty and life to bring me just to 17? I won't be conscious, obviously, but I won't be taking more crits, which could make it worse.
Yeah, let me assess.
I would
Let me-
allow these ideas with the critical injury spell that you have as well.
Heal crits at a range.
You would have to heal 2 of my crits, though.
Yep.
Only one, and then a shit ton of strain.
Hey, why don't we all just keep yelling at me? That seems like it's working.
I'm scared! I'm hysterical, Wretch!
It's hysterical.
Oh my
He's just
God!
role-playing.
We've been
Oh,
fighting giant
so
monsters!
you know what? Start of the turn. So, just so you guys know, all of the surfaces that you now are on, there is water cascading over them.
Okay.
There is no more. The water is pushed up and over them now. That's you guys are like knee deep, so to speak.
Got it. Okay. Okay. Oh, all right.
And the
So-
noise is near deafening.
Not helping.
Well, not deafening.
Nothing's
but it's
helping.
Pretty loud.
Okay, so what do I need? So 1, 2, 3 to get to there. Oh boy. Why'd you have to? I can't heal strain. I don't worship the god of Olympic runners, okay? I heal damage. Just take damage. Don't ever get
If
sleepy.
he just inhales the essence and embraces the essence of this place, he can recover all strength.
It's true.
Have to.
Alright, so I'm gonna coordination check to walk, because I got a book. So what do I need to roll for that? Well, I mean coordination, but like how difficult are we talking?
1 red die.
That's not bad. We take those odds. Because I really can't fuck up right now, I'm gonna spend a story point to upgrade my agility check.
If you fail, you just break through it and the water rushes you toward him.
Which will make it easier because it'll be closer.
True, but then I am also there. Alright, 2 and 2.
1 and 1.
If you had said I rolled a despair, I was gonna lose my shit. Anyway. Alright, so I'm good. What? I did my math. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I step here, and I jump to the rock where Bull and Emery are gonna be on.
Okay, check is going to be harder because you're landing on moving water on
Yep.
the surface now.
and I'm gonna land great because I'm great. Meanwhile, mid-air, I finger guns at Ilya to give him beauty and life to bring him back to consciousness, so then he can breathe because he can't breathe while you're unconscious, I guess.
It's when I say breathe, it's not like a literal breath. It's just like a spiritual version of breath, right? Like
He has to take a big breath.
you
I
can
got it.
theoretically do it underwater.
So, okay. With the crits that I have, I still have 0 strain, though, right?
Correct, which means you cannot regain consciousness until at least one of the ones that makes your strain be 0 is gone.
Yeah.
Because then you would have some pool to work with.
Well, still stopping him from taking more crits if I
Yep.
bring him to
Thanks,
that.
bud.
So
Yep.
it's something. So finger guns midair, pew pew. Took the strain. I used my talent second wind incidental, get strain back at any time, rank equal to ranks in second wind, which is 1, which keeps me conscious.
You can always take a breath yourself.
I can, but I need all my actions this turn for other nonsense.
It's not
and
an
bullshit.
action.
Okay, then I might after this. Hold on. So I rolled 5. Wait, hold on. Sorry. Okay, I rolled 5 and 2, but I need to know what you rolled, so I don't have to take more strain.
1
I
and
can
2.
turn
2 failure,
of
1
these.
threat.
Perfect. All right. So Ilya is not conscious, but not
He's
unconscious. Yeah, he's stable. So stabilized him. I take a deep breath midair while I am attempting to land on this rock, and I need to roll agility to see how that goes for me. But I'm either hitting that rock face first or I'm hitting it with my feet down. We're hitting the rock. That's been decided.
Can I spend a story point to help him land since it's my turn next anyway?
Yeah.
He's like jumping right at me.
Wait, did you hold an action? Or did you
I did. I
use
already
that?
used that because I
Okay, yeah.
attacked the squid.
Sorry,
Yeah,
I sometimes I confuse your character models with you and Ilya
You can
sometimes.
spend an action, or you can spend 2 strain since you didn't use your maneuver last round.
All right, yeah, I'll use 2 strain to help catch him.
Okay, so
Make sure he doesn't at least.
he can
hurt
use your
himself
bronze
or-
stat then.
Oh my! What's your bronze stat? It's 5. Right?
5.
Wow.
Yay! Whee!
All of it.
Specializing is helpful.
Okay, I rolled 5 and 3 for him catching me,
Yeah, 2 and 1, so you're good.
and I breathed, so I go to 0 strain, but then you inflict some dark curse upon my soul.
Yes, the dark curse of the day is
Might be
going
a
to be increase the score of one of your intelligence skills by 1.
Told you.
Finger guns! Alright, what is the lore of finger guns? Intelligence?
Knowledge people.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm already maxed out on knowledge people now. Hold
No,
on.
it's gonna be your ranged attack, even though that's not knowledge or intelligence, whatever you
Wait,
say.
I know how far away it is and how to hit
Do
it.
you have 5 ranks in knowledge people?
No, I have 2, and I only have an intelligence of 2.
Oh, you can go all the way up to 5 though.
Yeah,
What
it just
happens then?
gives you a green.
Yeah, it inverts which one's the greens and which one's the yellows.
All right, then I got to rank in knowledge people for getting caught by the giant bull man. It taught me about friendship, I think.
It's the currents of emotion that's in this place. Someone else's soul just passed through you, at least parts of it.
A lot of souls have passed through here. What do you think I do all day? I take a fucking hot glue gun to dead bodies and say, "Come back." That's it. That's my whole job. Yes, Josh. A lot of people have fucking died recently.
Wait, who was hysterical?
Right?
Well, you said you didn't want to. You said you didn't want to fight anything anymore.
Everybody stop dying.
Bull, well, what do you do?
I haven't died yet. Yet. All right. Can I spend a story point to say that the thing does drop Ilya and the cloud catches it? Him?
That's gonna be a stat roll, but you can upgrade his check. You can upgrade the elementals check.
Well, I would either like to either guarantee that the squid does try dropping it into his mouth, or he uses that same tentacle to swing at us while he's still in it.
All you have to do is 1 damage to that thing. I think if you threw a rock at the backside of the tentacle, it would fall off.
Yeah, but then it drops you into the water wherever you happen to be.
You can spend a story point to have it be the tentacle that took 9 damage earlier. Yeah, I would allow you to. So what you can see immediately is that this thing very clearly is about to like drop Ilya into its mouth. So that is already a fact.
Okay, then I would like to spend a story point to boost the cloud,
Okay. Awesome.
and then I will hold an action again.
Getting all cleavy over there. All right. Emery.
I don't think I have. Yeah, I don't. Okay. This storm seems imminent. The wave is how big?
The wave is approximately, I think it was a couple 100 feet tall.
100 feet.
Good shot.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like 400 to 600 feet tall.
As an empath, I can tell this is bad.
We went from a couple 100 feet to 400 to 600 feet tall. That's a pretty big difference there.
It reaches to the sky, honestly.
Couple, 4.
It
Couple.
big. It bigger than me making makeshift wall can fit. Okay. Me make makeshift boat.
There's also a spectral boat with. This is the thing that was it was tethered to.
When you say
So now it's spectral? I thought it was just a boat that was sunk.
It was a spectral prismatic force boat that the thing was snacking at, getting really frustrated about the fact that it's kind of ethereal.
when you say that though, is it as broken as the boat that's shown?
No. It is a solid ghost boat.
God damn it.
Okay.
Do a knowledge, either a knowledge dark check for me, or your witchcraft, check. Yeah.
Do a
Witchcraft.
witchcraft check.
Called it.
4 success, 3 advantage.
Oh, that's just enough. Okay. You know that the enchantments can be made by will alone, especially in organic materials. Something about this boat, you can feel its presence. In fact, right now, extending out your senses, you can know several things. One is that you feel the presence of spirits riding the incoming tsunami or causing it. There's this feel to the air that vibrates with it and gives you the general feelings of a surging, unyielding mightiness, but also of a bubbling glee, absolute in power. And below it, something much more haunting. But as your senses extend in the other direction, there's this boat, and you can feel it. It is an object, yes, but it is an object that has been a family member to lineages in time immemorial. This thing has a name. It may be called. May as in it might be able to be called.
Its name is May.
Boot.
No.
Right.
Okay. Well, since I have nothing to whack a tentacle with, but I know a tsunami's coming, and that's a boat that might be able to ride a wave, I'm gonna see if I can now name a boat.
Okay. Are you gonna try to identify the name of the boat, or are you going to try like using magical, or like perception to see if you can see the name of the boat.
It should be painted on the side of it.
Ghost paint. Huh.
I'm gonna magic it. I'm gonna try
Okay,
to
that will be
sense
hard.
it. It will be harder.
Yes.
And try to perception it.
Correct. Because one is trying to pick out the name from feelings. The other one is trying to read the name on the side of the ship.
I'll try to read name from the side of the ship.
Good luck.
That all was muted, which is probably a good thing.
Good. Yeah. 3 advantage, no success.
You make out 2 fuzzy words on the side of the ship.
So there are words on the side of the ship.
Yep. All of that in total was, I would say, 2 maneuvers.
All right. We may need that boat. If I could read the name, I might be able to call it to us. But
So you were able to make it out, but you weren't able to read it?
yeah, I can tell there's words on the side of it. That's it.
Would it help if I threw you towards it?
Oh, God.
If only you knew how to read. All right.
That's hilarious.
Hey, I never said he was intelligent.
Is that your turn?
Yeah, that's my turn.
Gazing across and trying to read the name of this boat, you hear as this tentacle drops Ilya, shoo, right towards the mouth. But at the same time, I need someone to roll me 2 greens and a yellow die, please. Not me.
I'm on it.
I guess I'm Oh, you're doing it?
I offered. The 2 greens and the yellow are 3 success, 1 advantage.
Come on. Come on.
And
Can't hear you, Josh.
he seems to slow down in the air as he's buffeted. But the buffeting air billows around him and at the last moment encapsulates him and just glances to the side of the mouth of this thing. And he skips along the surface of the water. Wrong.
Oh.
How do I... Oops. Oh.
Well, I'm not eated.
And you are rushed back to the group. Good job, little windy boy.
You scared
you rolled
the-
exactly enough to keep him from getting eaten.
Wretch, are you still conscious?
Hell yeah.
Angrily, this thing, seeing its food getting kept from it, it turns on you guys. Top of the round. Actually, the Wind Boy gets another round, and he's going to unceremoniously blurt Ilya down. And
God damn it.
Oliver goes, guys, whatever we do it fast! This is the last turn before imminent impact. And what I mean by imminent impact, meaning that if you guys leave the map now in this direction, you will have a chance of getting out of here this turn. Sorry, getting out of here. But if you do not get off the map this turn, you will be hit by the snow. And then it is Wretch.
All right. So, how do we can't get out of, just going off the map to the right, to the left is not a way to get out of here.
Going off the map to the
That's
left
all we have to do.
is the continued path. There will be more checks involved, but if you do not leave this turn, you will have no chance of not being hit by this.
All right. So if I sprint off the map, that is the party's plan. We're good, or do you need me to do wretch things?
I'm at. If I take 2 damage in the next stretch, I'm down. But getting everybody out here is more important than keeping
Oh,
me healed.
Yeah.
hold on. I skipped Ilya's turn. He is stable, but he is still grasping on to his corpse with his spirit. Because he's unconscious strain-wise. Give me a discipline check.
Oh, 1 in 3.
You hold on, but by a thread. By a whisper.
Yeah.
If you want to, you can try and cure one of his crits before you run off the map. Otherwise, I'm just gonna pick him up and run with him.
Another thing to consider is that if
Alright.
we could try getting that bow, too.
We have 1 turn, and we gotta get people on it.
Right. I'm just saying, like, that's our other option, is either the boat or to keep moving, but if we have somebody unconscious that we're lugging, I don't know what's better, so.
Well, I'm just saying your turn is at the end of the turn order, so we'd be standing around till the very end, waiting to see if you can even get the boat over here. And if you can't, or
We all
can't get by a
die.
tsunami.
Yeah. But sorry, it's...
All right. So that was Ilya's full turn? Is just seeing how unconscious he was?
Yep, just seeing if his spirit gets lost here. Yep.
Okay. Just making sure that I didn't skip over him.
Yep.
Alrighty. So I go 1, and then I poke Ilya and say, "Stop it! Stop it!" And I maim mending. Hard difficulty engaged or self-heal crit on a failure. Reduced days till retest. So hard difficulty, sir, though I know you're going to say something about the ether, and it's not as hard here, and everything's silly.
You're correct.
Okay. 3 and 3. So we heal a crit. I'm going to heal, I don't know what all of them are, but one of the 2 that are endurancing him to death.
So probably the one with 7 strain.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you take a deep breath to recover all strain, Ilya?
Gonna have to.
Okay, and then at which point you take 1 more effect to your spirit. I roll. There's my notes on that. Increase one of your cunning skills by 1, and you become conscious.
Holy shit. I'm gonna go with wait. Do I have to have ranks in it?
No?
Okay. I'm gonna do survival. I'm not very good at that lately.
Let me right back.
Okay.
Oh,
Welcome back.
yeah.
All right. So are we doing Ilya's turn or still me?
It's still your turn.
Okay, just making sure. So then I continue my sprint. No! And launch myself off. I don't trust in the ghost boat theory. So I go flying off the map towards terrain I presume is there.
There's no more terrain. All of it's been washed away under the water. It is now... You're now in the water.
Okay.
You're gonna have to
Okay.
paddle your little heart out.
Yay!
But you, you've effectively made it off the map then.
Whee!
And then it is, then it's full. Oh, the bottom feeder
Yeah.
gets to go before Ilya.
Yeah.
Can I scoop
Yeah.
him up and just take him with me?
Yeah, you can.
Please. Get me the fuck out of here.
Yeah, so I no. Can I take the 2 that are still standing there with me? Just take them with me. Just grab like both of them. And just run off the fucking reef.
Wait, there are 4 people next to you.
The two important ones.
Oh, Emery and Ilya?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you allow me to drag you, Emery?
So just what's your encumbrance at if you add 10?
If I add 10?
Mm-hmm. In fact, add 12. Because carrying two people is a little harder than carrying one person twice.
And he's naked.
What?
He has like nothing on him.
Yeah, a person is
Naked?
5 encumbrance.
That would put me at plus 12. That would put me at 20 out of 14.
So the difficulty would be 5 purple dice with one of them increased to a red die if you wanted to grab both of them.
You could, if you just grab me, metagaming, I have to go after the squid monster.
Yeah.
So, grab me and get.
Alright, yeah, I'll just grab him and get.
Okay.
Thank you.
And then give me an athletics check, and now it's 1 difficulty die then, based off of what you were just saying.
Athletics.
2 failure.
Five and 1.
All right. You and Ilya run and jump into the water and start paddling your asses towards the hurricane.
Towards the hurricane.
Towards
yeah,
the
right.
hurricane,
Towards the hurricane.
not the tsunami.
Away from the tsunami. Towards the hurricane.
This place is great, isn't it?
Yeah.
Makes you want to abduct an apex ancient elemental to keep you safe. Okay.
We're gone.
And with that, Emery, you are left with your brother, Wur, and the giant bottom. The water is waist deep now, and it's about to surge.
I'm gonna go as fast as I can.
You're trying to get out of here?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead and, what's your movement speed? 2?
My movement speed's 2.
Okay, so you need to take 2 strain and you can get up.
Okay.
And
Don't
with that-
forget, I have floaties.
Nice. Okay, and then Wur is going to sploop under the water with your brother. You guys take off running or swimming in the water and are trying to get out of the tsunami's way, which I had a battle map for, by the way, just in case it came up. At this point, you guys see...
We could have fought the tsunami.
No.
Oh.
But
Does it have
there
a
was-
really high soak?
there is a structured encounter
Ah.
that I designed, meaning that it was possible to survive.
if we were gonna fight a tsunami, Bull would have fought a tsunami.
So as you guys are rushing towards the hurricane, the water at this point is both surging to your left from your right, and the ground kind of, the earth itself kind of swoops up as you're starting to get onto like the tail version of the face of the tsunami. And what you can see is that actually, while it's curving up to your right, it's also curving slightly downward in front of you. Because you can make out the hurricane at this point, and the water that is convex towards it. As you guys get closer, I need you all to give me athletics checks.
I can do that.
Does anybody want assistance?
Uh,
Has anybody got low athletics checks? I will help Emery if possible.
Okay.
I don't have a low athletics check, but I very suddenly need help.
So the way that this will work then is that you can gift her any amount of your brawn, but that means that you won't get it for your check because you also have to swim in. Helping her will impede you.
I have 4 advantage.
Okay, so you already rolled?
Yeah.
Okay.
What are you rolling for athletics, Emery? 2 greens?
Green.
2 greens. Roll 1 more green, and I will get rid of a green.
Thank you.
I got 2 and 2.
Okay.
1 and 3.
3 and 0.
Okay. Ilya and Emery are struggling to keep up.
Which makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh,
I've
I
had a
think
rough day.
this is what I did before. Is that after you roll, you can gift her any amount of successes before I declare what the results is. That I like that a little bit better. But that works fine for now. Yeah, you guys are struggling to keep up as the others seem to be. Bull, do you want to take 2 strain to keep pulling Emery so she doesn't fall behind?
Yeah.
Okay. Because he wouldn't fall behind, he would just be more taxed at that point. A series of detritus, pieces of debris, float past you guys, getting sucked up into the tsunami's wake. I need Wretch to give me a coordination check.
Coordination. Okay, 2 greens? Sure. Doing 1.
You take 2 damage as you are clocked by the piece of debris.
Ow.
As you guys carry on, please give me another athletics check. This time, yeah, you just roll normal, and then you can gift them any amount of success you'd like to help them from your roll.
Okay.
Holy shit. 1 and 2.
1 and 1.
2 and 2 again.
Can I gift everybody something, or can I only pick one person?
Only one person. It's unreasonable to be.
What did you roll, Emery and Ilya?
1 and 2.
1 and 1. Well, you guys can fight over 1 success.
No, have him take it because you helped me last time, and he was also
I'm
falling
hamburger
behind.
E.
So.
All right. So this time you get an extra success, Ilya.
Thanks. So that's a 2
And that leaves
2.
me with 5 success.
Emery starts to
Does
fall
it feel
behind.
good?
And everyone
Person.
else is fine. Emery
Josh
starts to
only
fall
let
behind.
me give it to one person.
I know.
As you guys are hurriedly moving forward, sorry. This is my tsunami map. It's nice.
That's a lot of water.
But in front of you, what you were looking at is a little bit more like this.
Mm.
I gotta get that.
I actually prefer that.
Except all along the bottom, it is just all water, and the hurricane is like actual hurricane size, not like the size of that was 30 feet across. As you guys approach, one thing that you notice is that the water is starting to shape to the rim of the hurricane itself, and shit that is in the water is starting to get picked up and pulled into the hurricane itself and the winds. The closer to the bottom that you are, the faster things are spinning in there. And it looks like it slowly moves outward and higher and more and larger in diameter the further out it is. Your objective is to get to the heart of the hurricane. As you guys are swimming closer, give me a vigilance check.
All of us?
All of you.
Everybody's okay.
1 and 2. Strangely not vigilant of me.
2 and 1.
3.
0 and 2.
Wow. So Ilya, With his new rank in his new rank in survival, giving him a keen eye for danger. You are quickly able to spot that closer towards the bottom of the hurricane, while you'll have less distance to travel in order to get through the hurricane, it will also be things are moving much faster, and so if you try to catch on to any debris or anything like that, it'll hit you a lot harder. That being said, as you look up while you're swimming, you notice that as things move up to the top of the hurricane swirl, things start to get ejected out the top. So it looks like whenever you guys get into the hurricane, you will be basically having to move from debris to debris and get all the way through here before getting ejected out the top of the hurricane. Anyways, at this point, you guys are getting a little bit closer, but you're still not out of the path of the tsunami just yet. This next roll will determine what your options are for getting access to the hurricane or getting picked up by the tsunami. I need athletics checks.
I'm gonna upgrade my check with my last story point.
Actually,
1 and 1. Not as strong.
Fuck yes!
Did you do good?
Yeah.
I got 2.
I can't
Well,
spare
almost
any this
couldn't.
round.
I could. This was all my luck for the round.
so sorry, someone already said what they rolled. Is it Reg?
1 and 1.
Okay, next. 2, next.
Triumph and 3 success.
Nice. Next.
3 and 3.
Woo.
All right. You guys, as the wave starts to pitch and you feel waves start to collapse, like near your back, and you hear it thundering behind you, you actually see a large aqua-colored spiritual essence moving through the tsunami. A big spectral whale pushing up through with a whole contingent of spectral dolphins giddily hopping through the tsunami at the front of it. Whether or not the tsunami is being pulled by the spirits or if they're riding the top of it is not important, because you pitch out and into the funnel that is making up this microchasm towards this hurricane. At this point, you are now basically getting swirled into the toilet bowl, so to speak, of the hurricane.
Delicious.
You can attempt to grasp onto flying debris, at which point you will essentially violently accept to become airborne. That being said, the further down, the harder it's gonna hurt, so to speak. But the more time you'll have, the more time you'll have to get to the center, and the shorter distance you'll have.
Hypothetically speaking.
Yeah, there's 3 of us that we get hit once, we're unconscious.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, if we get
I have no healing
fuck up.
potions.
then I'm gonna be a really, really fast corpse.
Which is dangerous because we're not catching a fast corpse.
Oh no.
Keep in mind that when you guys hitch these rides, there's a chance that you guys could get separated pretty significant.
Well, the separation distance necessarily becomes smaller once we hit our goal. Just as long as none of us get ejected.
What
In
if
a
we all hold
random
hands?
direction back through Corcaro Corpus, restart from the beginning.
It's fine. If I get ejected, I'm fucked anyways.
Yeah, but then everybody's gonna build their character to deal with this tidal wave and freaking hurricane.
You build your characters to come here. You guys got really masochistic hobbies.
I should be okay. I have really great coordination and athletics.
I don't have great either of those things, but I have hope.
Wow.
You do have the ability to call spirits from the ether for you, and there's also an air elemental nearby. Who
Yep.
seems to like you guys?
Sacrifice brother, but
Yeah.
He's splooshing right next to Doggy, paddling with the thing helping him.
What if Ilya ran really fast opposite the rotation of the hurricane? Or like paddled
Then
at
you
the
would
very, very edge.
you would increase the speed differential between you and the thing that you impact.
No. You're confused. If I paddle super fast in the opposite direction, water, which is like 100,000 times more, not 100,000, a few thousand times more viscous than air, will slow down the wind because it has to overcome the viscosity of the water. So honestly, the check should be super easy. The math checks out, honestly.
I think I replaced Ilya with some different parts
I
than
was gonna
before.
say, Ilya, roll intelligence.
No.
The math checks out. His hand's just a stump with blood squirting out.
hysterical.
I'll go whatever way sounds like it'll
Are we gonna
hurt
do-
less.
Are we gonna do this in a turn order, Josh?
It's on you guys right now. You guys are all floating relatively close to each other, swirling in this big, huge whirlpool. And there's shit that's like, the longer you wait, the more shit you'll have to dodge that is just skipping along the outside.
Does anybody have a rope?
I do.
I do.
Wait, no I don't. It got, I expended it earlier in the obelisk.
I've got a rope.
So what I suggest is we tie everybody together with rope, and the two strongest of us try and catch the same object.
Oh, having that anchor warhammer that was the spectral weapon that summons a ship would have been really nice right now.
Huh?
Wait, Josh, hypothetically speaking, if this character had my immovable rod built into his axe and I just hit something as it was going by and hit the button, would the hurricane just stop?
No, the one item in the hurricane would, though. But more than likely, the axe would be ripped from your hand as you try to touch the button.
Yeah, that's fair. Alright, well, I have a rope that I can use to kind of group us up together, but it'll take a little bit of time to tie us all
I mean,
up.
we'll stay together, but that way if anybody goes unconscious, it'll hopefully follow us the rest of the way. But,
Yeah.
Keep in mind
Yes.
that you have been able to do spectral or magic traps by basically willing your, like, get the rope to do what you want it to do. So you could do things with that too.
We could Spider-Man it, right? Like you can will the rope to Spider-Man to an object and pull us towards it.
Theoretically, I could. It's just also fast.
Yeah. Well, I guess we would just have to... I mean, it's kind of like you're standing still and you lasso a steer as it's in a stampede, you get pulled into it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, we can try that if everybody's down for that idea. It's
One way,
just-
this is a really stupid thing we're about to do by jumping into a hurricane. It's just trying to mitigate how stupid.
Yeah.
yeah, at least if we all die, we'll all die attached to one another, and they'll find all of our bodies at once.
Alright, I'm gonna
Who's
try to
they?
tie us together.
Whoever.
It's Black
Nobody?
Phillip, the one who's going to tear your body apart and repurpose it for fresh people.
What if it makes one like super character?
Before you roll,
Well,
what's the full plan here?
so we want to be bound
Tying-
together.
Yep, tying all of us together and then having either her lasso something and the two strongest of us take the brunt, or the two or three strongest of us grab onto something all at once. One or the other.
Okay, so I need you guys to. The first check is to try to tie yourselves all together while in the water, the rushing water.
Yeah. Is that a survival check?
That can be a survival check or a mechanics check. Who would like to try?
I will do it,
Okay.
and I will do a survival check. 1, 2, 3, and 2.
It's time consuming. It's terrifying, but you manage to use one rope to tie all of you together, except for Oliver, assuming since he's got the air elemental that's helping him out. Okay. Is that your only rope?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, hold on, I didn't check. Hold on, I was checking my inventory and then got distracted.
The only one I have.
Didn't
I have
Ilya say he
climbing
had a
gear.
rope? Or wait,
I
no, he
thought
doesn't
I
have
did,
rope
but
because he
it's-
lost all his stuff.
Oh, you don't.
And it was
have-
expended in the obelisk.
I have climbing gear, but that's not quite the same, right?
No, you need a climbing gear.
That's just like a pick and like a yeah.
Yeah, and oh, you know what? What I'll say is, if you want to, with the climbing gear, unless you guys have other you'll either need to break down other materials to help get this long enough, because to use one rope to tie 4 people together, and it's only a 30-foot rope, you're not gonna have a lot to try to lasso something. So, but if you use the climbing gear to put a harness on first, then it'll take up some of the necessary rope, so to speak.
Yeah, I'll use my climbing gear on myself with my harness.
Okay.
I have other crafting components. They're just generic. They were whatever put my elk together.
Oh, okay.
And that type of stuff that I'd be willing to use as well.
Yeah.
I put my goggles back on. They've been on the whole time.
All right. So, what are you hoping to do now that you have everyone roped together?
Are we lassoing or are we grabbing?
Or are you fashioning something that can basically act as an anchor, like a projectile anchor, right? Because you can create a small bird at the end of the rope that can fly off with the rope essentially woven into it. There's things like that you can do.
Yeah, I could make something that zooms. I don't understand the physics of what would be best here, but I can make something to go in.
At least if we're trying to lasso something with the rope, theoretically, if it's too violent, it'll break the rope. Whereas if we try and grab something without knowing how violent it's going to be, we could lose arms.
Yep. So I don't necessarily have anything that would be long enough to lasso out there, though, do I? Or did you say we now have it long enough?
Yeah, it's with everyone else kind of it's a rope tied around their waist. It's not like a harness for everyone else, so it'll be quite a jerk. But you could have enough rope to have something that's going to catch a rock that's within close proximity.
Okay, well, mostly close, and I will try to infuse the rope with consciousness to snag something in the.
Okay, what do you magically speaking?
What do I try to fashion?
Yeah, a creature of some sort. What are you?
Yeah, I was thinking like a snake, like a boa constrictor type of a.
They can't fly.
No, can't
They can fall.
fly. I thought we were lassoing it around something.
Yeah.
It's flying it into the hurricane for us.
Yep. So you can either try to throw a boa constrictor and have it constrict, or you can try to create something that flies and then have it get hit by the thing that's flying by. You know what I mean? There's options here, and you can use your pittance to give it claws,
Oh, okay.
claws,
So
you
like
know?
something that could like hit and jam into a rock.
Yeah.
Okay, sure. Like a bird with a hardy beak, then.
Nice. Yeah, it's got pittons for its face. It's the spike beak. Give me your witchery trick. And this will be no difficulty dice because you can make a monster. Make a little buddy with an easy check at the beginning.
1, 2 success, 4 advantage.
Nice.
Josh, if this is successful, can I prepare to absorb the shock or help absorb the shock?
Yeah, you can be frontman.
Ilya, do you want to be behind me and help? Because
Yeah.
you're also brawny, aren't you? Or is it Wretch?
I'm brawny, I think.
Yeah, it's Ilya, not me.
Where?
Brawny and then agile.
So you summon this. It's like a crane that's sitting on, so it can sit on top of the water, and it looks over at you. Are you going to send it towards the fastest moving stuff that is at the bottom, narrowest part of the hurricane, medium, or like up, where it's slower, but you'll have less time to traverse the hurricane?
Whichever one you said was less likely to be damaged.
Straight up. Well, mostly up. Okay. Your bird takes flight. Can you go ahead and roll me 4 green dice?
One success, 4 advantage.
Just needed 1 success.
Cool.
I think it's
Great.
smacked by a huge moving piece of earth. He just like his beak gets stuck into the.
I feel a little bad.
Stuck into the thing, and the rope goes taunt. I need Bull to give me either an athletics check or a resilience check. As you,
It's going to be an athletics check, no question about it. 4 and 4.
Nice. You avoid the critical injury and just completely shake it off as the rope goes taut and starts to lift you up out of the air. And just because of the sheer volume of you guys, the thing starts to take the fast-moving thing starts to basically you guys act as a brake, kind of slanting it and dropping it down a little bit further. It seems that based off of all of you guys being tethered to it, it's dropped from the air a bit towards where it was faster moving again. You guys will you bought yourself some time by having so many people attached at the same time. And then I need to, oops, not that one. Then I need to move you guys to this map where y'all are gonna be on the same piece of. Good. Well, not technically. You guys are all still flying through the air behind this thing. Where's Bull? Bull, get over here.
I don't know where I am. There we go.
Alright. Okay. You guys are flying through the air and tethered to the large stone on your left. It is approximately 10 feet away. As you guys diggle-dangle. You're lifted probably 50 feet in the air initially here as the thing starts to move. What?
Bull is just up front, like trying to absorb any shocks that we happen to run into.
You could attempt to now imbibe the will of an anaconda into the rope if you wanted to.
Oh.
Things like that.
Not right now. I don't really. Not until I know what's going on.
Yeah.
So Bull will turn to the group and be like, "Do we want to be on the rock? I can start pulling us that way."
That's the question. Well, we want to keep moving, right? Because if we don't, we're going to get shot out into the ether.
Yep.
So, pick a rock.
So you guys now are, you're like dangling at an angle.
We need
I
to
think-
get in the center.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like this one, and then start here, and then as we're passing this, since this rock is going to be slightly faster than this one, just because it's closer to the center. So work our way here, and then I don't know, here, something like that.
But
So how are we going to do that? Are we going to get on the rock and jump them, or are we going to try and swing from rock to rock?
Swing.
we don't have any more rope to be able to do another
What did we? We just need to be able to get off the rock radially towards the hurricane, right? Like,
Sorry. You need to be... So, give me a mechanics check. As you guys are flying around.
Can I do that, or did you want him to specifically?
I mean, it was his question, but anyone who's curious...
someone with a higher end seems more curious.
1 success, 3 advantage.
1 success, 3 advantage.
Yeah.
So as you're flying through the air, like momentum is like impacting you, right? And it's pulling you away. So effectively, gravity. You guys have you have to reverse your understanding of like which way is up. In this case, right? Up, in this case, is in, and up in this case is essentially counterclockwise. That is, if you were to jump up and counterclockwise, which would be this direction. That's the way that you would, if you jumped off of and pushed off of this rock, you could head that way, and this rock here would go. This rock would go toward you while you're jumping. You know what I mean? You could stand on this side of the rock. Sorry, no, you could stand on this side.
Yeah, we would just have to. You would have to possess the rope enough so that we can catch it before we hit it, and then rely on the momentum of the rock to swing us out and back.
Okay.
If that makes sense. So then our trajectory would be like that instead of straight into it.
Let's do that.
Okay. Meanwhile, everything moves!
I'd be pulling us towards the rock, because it sounds like that's what we got to be doing. So.
Oh my god, guys!
And I need to move you guys back there.
Okay.
All right. As you guys are talking, yeah, shit's happening. Things are moving, and it's crazy. What are you guys? Bull, you're the one tethered to the rope, with immediate agency. What are you doing?
Like I said, I am pulling us towards the rock.
Okay, I need a strength check. This is going to be very, very hard because you have to pull the weight of everyone on your back.
Can I aid him?
Yeah, you can attempt to, like, if you're, like, each got an arm on each other, you're, like, each reaching over and grabbing the rope sort of thing to, like, try to, as you pull up slack, then he pulls up slack. Or you can even take up the slack on his back, like, so he, like, pulls it towards you guys. You grab the slack so that way he can reach up without having to brace this, all of the weight in one hand. He can reach up with you holding onto what, the slack that's been taken up. So go ahead and either add 2 boost dice to his check, or you can improve whatever stat you have of his that's better.
Add 2 boost die.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what's your athletics, Ilya? Because I don't think your brawn's better than us.
No, it is not. I have 2 ranks in athletics, so be
So-
2 yellows and a green.
So he can either swap his athletics with yours, or just take the 2 boost dice.
I'm gonna just take the 2 boost dice because in this case, I think more dice are better.
Yeah.
Good thing you gave me those boosts.
Don't forget, you have spells that just boosts people's abilities too.
Yeah, I'm trying to ration
Yeah.
right now.
4 and 3.
Oh, nice. Muscles bulging. You get just enough success to manage to pull your way,
Nice.
and everyone else, to the surface of the rock on this side. You may now use the rock to either push off or to re-angle yourselves, etc.
Yeah, do we want to stay tethered through this or individualize ourselves now?
I think we
Now
should
that we're
try to stay
moving.
together.
I agree.
So all
Together
jump at
is-
one and grapple at whoever's closest to something?
Yeah.
Keep the order because we're the strongest and
Alright, so I guess me and Ilya will just jump and yank everybody else behind us. They're just at our mercy now.
Yeah, do you want me to cut?
Yeah.
Wait, what did you do at the end of the rope that was connected to the rock? Do we want me to cut it, or did you guys already?
well, we need some way to be able to grapple onto a rock, right? Because my idea relies on us having at least a little bit of rope to grab onto it.
Yeah, do I have to? Can we get the hook out of the rock? I'm guessing not. If he pulled all of our weight through with it, can I
With the-
magic it
With
out?
the pittance.
Yeah.
So the question of what can you do with your magic is coming up. Reaching your senses out. You made your brother's body out of the resources around you. You could theoretically conjure up something as long as it is something that you can name and project like some sort of identity into. You could make really anything, but the
And we are
materials
surrounded by debris.
the materials that you have at your disposal changes how effective you are. You typically like organic material, not rocks and stuff like that.
Right.
So like literally all of your guys' like backpacks and all that shit is much easier to work with. But I mean, you could even reach out and figure out what spirits you are working with, because you could take from the spiritual matter here as well.
All I want to do is try to pull the piton out of the rock, and if I don't have an ability to do that, if I can cut the rope and grab another piton for my climbing gear, otherwise if there's no more of those.
To pull those out is going to be really challenging because there's not a lot of animals that can do that. But you have more pittons. I say you have enough for 2 more. Of what
Okay,
you
then
just
I
did.
will cut it and then retie it to a new piton. thing.
Okay.
And so are you
So that's a
guys?
survival check. Good. And I rolled nothing.
3 and 2.
Yeah, so you managed to salvage all of the rope, pretty much.
Okay, and it's got a new thingy secured to it. Are you guys jumping and grabbing the rock, or do you want me to toss this thing, or?
I can't take a hit. And I don't think Bull can either.
So if you can propel it again, it'd work great.
I will do that.
Yeah, I have plenty of damage I can take. My brawn is okay. It's not great. I have a 3.
And you guys
Better
can
be.
stand on this side. My brain was a little wacky earlier. Anyways,
Okay, so either way, I'll do this for this one to try to get it to zoop to the right to a proper rock for us.
okay, so you're gonna go for the small one, or are you gonna wait and see if a bigger rock goes by, or are you gonna? Because this one's too out of your range for having your guys tied together.
What do you guys think?
Well, you did say that the rock we were attached to slowed down pretty good.
Yeah, it sank down. Because then it's basically sank down to conserve mass and speed, right?
Yeah, so the same amount of kinetic energy, it would be deeper into the hurricane.
Yep.
Okay. Well, that helps.
So yeah, we can wait a second and go for a big rock, or go for the small rock now.
If we're just tying ourselves to that small rock, that would make it sink quite a bit. I mean, I don't know how heavy that rock is, but relative to the one we're on, it is quite a bit smaller.
Yeah, there's a chance that if you tether yourselves to a rock, to all four of you, you might effectively be that the rock is tethered to you, not that you are tethered to the rock.
Yeah. That is true. So maybe wait for big rock.
That would be a knowledge. You could use knowledge nature check too to figure that stuff out.
The ones that look like piles of rocks, are they a bunch of small rocks, or are they still a rock?
I haven't incorporated any of the all of these are surfaces that you can effectively be on. Some of them more than others. So the texture does not state that it's like, I would never be like, oh, that was bullets. You know what I mean? Those are all surfaces that can be jumped on. Some of them might be a check. Some of them might be for one person only, based off of size and composition.
I will time it to land on the big rock unless there are objections.
Either that or we can split up into teams of 2, 1 strong man per team.
Together!
I think we should stay together. I mean,
Okay.
that's going to make the mechanics more complicated, but I'm scared to take chances.
Okay.
Apes together strong.
I need a witchcraft check then.
Three, 2, 4 and 3. Sorry, I don't have enough dice. I have to reroll.
So, your beautiful creature, once again, a bird flies out, and it has to work kind of hard to get all the way over to that big rock. But in the meantime, the rock gets a little bit closer to you guys. And it's swirly time. Swirl. Swirl.
Oh god.
And then I gotta go. Ah! Swirl. Swirl.
How are you doing that?
It twirled.
Swirl.
It twirled.
And what? So that. You guys feel it very, very like there's no jerk this time because you've basically sped up to these rocks. But now you are tethered to this one and get pulled up off of the ground as sorry, you don't get pulled up off the ground. It goes taunt. That's what happens. So if you'd like for it to wait until it goes past you, you can, but then you'd be going the wrong way. So, just so you guys are clear, how do I put this? As this thing swirls out, it's going to go like, swoop, right? Because the one that you're on
You
slows.
said swoop,
sorry.
but there was nothing.
Whoa. Because, like you said, the laws of mass and everything for that gigantic rock that you're on means that this one's going to go past you and swirl up and out, so you would be making negative progress if you wait. But it's taunt, and it's over here right now. What do you do?
Take a leap.
Yeah,
Run and jump and see if we can swing?
you can certainly try. Where are you swinging to?
The center?
Okay, are you gonna let go when you try to swing, or no?
Yeah, I was just giving a suggestion. Nobody else has answered yet.
That's fine. Swing and cut the rope. Let's do it.
Yeah.
All right. Group athletics check. That means all of you roll, and we'll balance out your successes. And then my roll is for everyone. You know what? I'm gonna go with some red dice. That sounds appropriate.
1 and 1. Good luck, everybody else.
Fuck.
1 and 2.
3.
1 and 3, 1 and 1, 1 and 2.
Yep. But don't worry.
Believe in the heart of the cards, kids.
6 and 1.
6 and 1. Okay, let's see how much work we can do with 6. Reduce it by 1. 2. Okay. You guys fling yourselves into the rock. Don't be this way. Try to just grab the fronts. You fling yourselves into the winds, and as you do, you definitely get further in, but you've lost some of your agency as you are now in free swirly mode.
Free
And
squirrel.
at this point, you guys can actually start to see a little bit further in towards the center of this place, and it doesn't get nicer, unfortunately. And you can see now bits of fire have started to both emanate both from the bottom and from the top as lava is being tracked in from the falling volcano on the further out in Porcao Porpoise. But that's not what originates the lava that you should be worried about. There is fire spitting from the center of this hurricane as you guys can actually start to witness what it is you are making your way toward. Through a geyser of steam, you witness what is essentially what looks like a falling meteor. I can't even see you. It's on the wrong. Remove from top. Yeah, it's supposed to be on top. There we go. A falling meteor. But like when you're watching movies where it's like going through the atmosphere and there's fire all around it and wind screaming, it looks like that, but it looks like it's suspended because obviously it's not traveling. It's just there, deep in the hurricane at the center, screaming and whipping up this vortex.
So when you say deeper in the hurricane, you mean up or down?
Down and in. As you guys careen yourselves into the spinning funnel that is the very center of this space, I need you all to give me melee defense checks with no coordination bonuses.
Melee defense. That's what you said?
Yes, because you're all getting hit by shit.
Melee defense with what? No what?
If you had a high agility, it would. This is negated.
Yeah, if you have-
because you're suspended in air at this point.
So I wouldn't get 2 black from my agility.
No, but you have a shield, right?
Yes.
Your shield negates this.
So just, I'm confused.
3 and 0.
You're getting shot by debris, but your shield could just pelt. You could just use the shield.
So I have nothing to worry
Pelt
about.
it
I'm
off,
good.
pretty much.
Oh, thank fuck.
Everyone else, what'd you get?
3 failure.
One.
Nice.
3 and 1.
You get peppered by fire, and it does nothing to you, Bolt. What did you get, Emery?
One threat.
1 threat. No. You get peppered by fire, and you take 2 damage.
Soakable.
Non-soakable.
You're for some reason the
I'm
only
down.
drive one.
Oh my god.
He brought me to literal brink. I got no healing.
Wretch,
I got 3 and 1.
you're fine.
I
All
need a
right.
crit.
Oh, you need a crit. Do you have any crits right now?
Uh-huh. I have 2.
Okay, I rolled 35 then, total.
Oh, you rolled low.
I rolled a 10. Yeah, I rolled 15.
Can Azralam cure crits if we ask him nice?
Somebody better start praying.
At this point, you guys have reached as far in to this place as you can go. Because any closer, and the center of this place is just going to just tear you apart. And it is in that moment that you guys are almost overcome by the sheer presence of this body. And then you hear boom, and everything goes white.
Neat.
All right.
So can we see ourselves, or is it just white?
Holding up
Like
your
if I hold my hand up in front of my face, could I see it?
holding up your hand, you don't see your hand. But bringing it a little bit closer, you realize that it is wafting through heavy, heavy steam or clouds.
So the next thing I'm going to check for is the rope. See if the rope's still there.
The rope's still there.
Pulling on it.
Do we
There's
feel any pull?
What was that?
Did we feel any pull in any direction, or
No. And
we're just suspended?
but suddenly you hear like the clinking of Bull patting himself. Everything else is eerily silent. But
I'm gonna
can
call out
hear-
into the void.
Everyone you hear him call out.
Azralam.
As you do this, so Emery's unconscious. Is anyone doing anything about it?
Yeah, I can try.
Okay.
So are we in a position where I can actually do like proper healing?
You can
Are we-
heal her from here, yes.
All right. Lay hands. Let's go. It is engage conscious target, average check, and a bunch of violencing things. I'm going to use Strength of Faith. Once per session, your character may use this talent to add success equal to their ranks in discipline and advantage equal to their ranks in willpower to the results.
Strength
So
of
that-
Faith. I will allow, just from the thematics and the name of Strength of Faith, you just succeed in this place. Your resolve in this is without fear, and you don't take a strain for it. You just
Yay!
pass. Utilize that ability, that resource.
Okay. With that, then I got 7 and 5.
Holy.
Yeah, he's conscious.
I'm better,
All right.
despite having a very low wound threshold. Thank you again.
So the 7 will heal you. Well, what did Josh get for? Did you roll anything?
No, you just passed.
Okay. Well, then you get 14 health.
14?
Well, I had 7 success, and it's 2 times success.
Oh my gosh.
You can send some my way if you have extra.
Nope, I still got 5 damage on me.
All right. Looks over at Josh. Am I supposed to just be going around the circle, or is 1 good for now?
1 is good for now, as you feel
My hero.
a presence.
I'm trying.
Oh, come on. Quit doing that stupid thing. I don't want that song.
I
either.
felt it. I felt the presence.
Y'all feel a presence as some of the fog seems to collect and it draws away from you. And as it does, you can see each other. And in front of you, a silhouette starts to emerge, formed from this fog. Oh, by the way, your brother is there, and he's the air wisp has been helping him this whole time.
Oh, cool. Thanks for the
They've
update.
just kind of been floating next to us, like, what are you guys doing?
Let me turn down my music a little bit. Let's kind of get in here. Notes. You feel this presence, but it makes no motion. You just see it there. You feel it.
Azralam, is that you?
You hear this churning. It's almost like thunder. And those of you who understand primordial, it comes through quicker to you. But everyone in this place understands that what is brought forth, you understand that meteor is the essence of Azrael. And it seems that he gives you this, like, you've got my attention.
I speak on behalf of the party here. We came into your domain, this engine of creation and destruction, seeking an interloper, if you will, to remove him from here and hopefully get ourselves back in one piece. Don't begin to understand the complexities of this world, but we're looking for we are looking for a Dajang, an elephant man. A gesture towards my face and the elephant snout, golden tusks. His name is. Why am I so bad with names? Chemo. Yes, Chemo. Who betrayed the trust of one of the stone elementals that served as the gate and stairway into this world. And we were wondering, beseeching you to help us restore the balance of this place. We do not belong here, and neither does he.
Give me a charm check.
Please, we are very stupid and just want to leave.
So close to dead.
So close. 2 success.
The words of your quest, you almost trail off as you feel the insignificance of your quest.
Damn.
The insignificance of all of it. But it is no small feat to have come to Corkeo Corpus and traversed through Insania Ordo Infinita to the throne of it. And that shouldn't go unnoticed. there's a rumble. You feel a light breeze. A kiss of Bojidar. His most loved child. After a pause, you feel something. Azralam communicates to you that you may be risen to a greater purpose. Or he might see you as an omen. There's a light misting of water as you guys feel it sink into your clothes. Whatever that actually. So there's a light breeze that seems to turn the water off of your clothes, and it drips away, forming ice fragments from your body. The god seems interested in a deal.
Oh.
He continues. Such fragile things as those that which he snuffs out on in the home you call dwelling could never be able to make it here. But perhaps that means you are special. And perhaps it means that it is time to act on a matter that has been set aside for far too long. Azralam has many progeny. You have met some already. The guardian of the gates. Some stronger than others. Bojidar, the god of all weather, in dwelling. Down to the wisp named Whir at your side. There is one named Avalai. Avalai is a lost son. One who had long ago smout a people with a mudslide, acting in the name of his god. Acting in the name of his father. But he was brash. He was foolhardy. And he was careless in his devastation. One should never be too careless when their trade is devastation. You see, Avalai destroyed the bindings of a portal, thus creating an unbound rift. Avalai panicked and fled from his father, fearing his wrath. And he went into the portal, into the rift, knowing his father was bound to serve in this world, in this plane. Avalai now lies in a different place, unchecked. Azralam knows not what Avalai is doing there, but he fears the return of a prodigal son. And you, your party, Azralam takes it as an omen that Avalai's return is imminent. He knows not what putrid boil will burst when he does. Azralam wants you to go check in on him and kill him. But, of course, he wouldn't ask you to do this in your current state. He wouldn't ask you to do this even without payment up front. But he will take a northern customs square in exchange for his boon.
Neat.
So, let's pull from my notes. Quick, he needs to go to the bathroom. You guys need to quick grab a snack.
Yeah, need a bathroom.
Let's take a 5-minute break. So let's start back up at 8:20.
Okay.
Okay.
So when you were saying guy's name, Avalai or Avalai?
AVAL
A-V-A-L.
hyphen EI.
Okay. Lower drop. Whisper.
So on Sunday, like halfway through the day, I was playing Baldur's Gate 3, and I finally had enough of having such a hard time hearing the voices over the sounds of everything else.
Mm-hmm.
That and it being a cinematic game, I'm like, wait a second, I've got a spare surround sound system upstairs.
There you
So
go.
like right in the middle of the session, I went upstairs, grabbed the spare surround sound system, hooked it up to my freaking laptop. So now I've got a freaking 1,000-watt surround sound system on my laptop.
There you go.
Worth it. That's funny. Yeah,
Fucking cool.
that's gotta help. Oh. I changed the name of the video halfway through.
Oh yeah. What'd you name it?
Like, Eye of the Storm, because
Yeah, that's sensible.
yeah,
What'd you name it originally?
precarious situation.
Hmm.
I mean, both are true.
The other one's a little bit more generic and common.
Apparently,
Yeah.
giving my cat his medicine in an entire ice cream cone is unreasonable, according to other people in this household.
Crazy.
Ashara would manage to not eat the medicine and yet eat the whole ice cream cone.
Dude, Hazel is that way too. She is so sneaky about just eating around pills.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a special skill.
Ashara, I've decided, is both. She's like a super agility-based creature. You just don't know it because she's a rogue, and it's all. She's the most dexterous with her clumsy-ass lips, and then she's the most stealthy because you think that she's a slobbering, doesn't know what she's doing pile with her mouth, but she knows what she's doing. But clearly, she's just cranked agility all the way up. Like, see, here she is right now, and she's gonna be like, "Oops, I bumped into you," and conveniently, my mouth has been wiped.
Yeah, very,
Yeah.
very deceiving.
She loves slurming people.
Yeah, she does.
Justin, you back?
He texted back soon.
Oh,
Justin did.
Yeah.
All right.
How's Baldur's Gate?
oh.
Sick, man.
Yeah, I've played it all weekend, so there's that.
There's that.
When are you gonna play it?
I don't even have it yet.
What?
I'm just wondering if it's worth my time. Are y'all playing on the fucking Xbox again?
No, we're playing on the computer.
No.
Good.
It's not even out on Xbox,
Good.
and no time frame on when it will be.
Good.
Nice.
Xboxes are stinky.
Yeah, they are. I'll give you that. But it's the stinky that is still like one of my friends. like this dog here. She's kind of stinky, but I love her anyways.
Yeah, I would not be able to game 24/7 on a computer. There's some games I can play on computer, but not the majority of them.
It hurts my shoulders.
Yeah, I
Laptop
cannot
and
sit
stuff.
I cannot sit in a computer chair for an extended period of
You know
time.
what? People who play on the computers probably have more of the like this thing going on too. You know what I mean? As far as like when you see those people who walk around with gamer slouch, I bet it's more of a laptop thing than it is like a Xbox thing. Because when you're playing with your like arms down here, like granted you're still gonna do this, but I feel
No,
like
I don't, because I am
arms-
literally fully reclined in my recliner when I'm playing on my Xbox. So I am like almost flat as a board on my back.
I'm talking more about like anthropometry than like specific ergonomic situations. You know, like just like in general, if you were to take the bell curve of 8-year-olds to 40-year-olds who play video games,
Yeah.
and you were make a distribution difference between like console players and PC players, I bet you would find a more pronounced gamer's curve in people who play desktop. That's just a suspicion.
Yeah.
They grade me on the curve.
Yeah.
Dude, you get graded so well on the curve. You're so healthy.
Yay.
But see, my issue is I'm not about to try and learn a keyboard for controls, and I can't use the mice that you have to actually move the whole mouse.
This motherfucker over here has me trying out. I'm playing a game called Hades right now on the PC, and I feel like I'm just a 3-year-old dyslexic kid whatever the opposite of ambidextrous is. I'm just the worst ever when it comes to playing a real-time game on a desktop, but I've been trying it. I know you might be able to hook up a controller, but I've been trying.
I've been playing Baldur's Gate with my controller since the get-go.
I played Hades with a controller.
Oh.
Isn't it a top-down game, Hades?
Yeah.
It's like a 3/4.
Yeah, I'm vaguely familiar with it.
It's a roguelike.
I'll play first-person shooters with my mouse and keyboard, but most of my gaming is like Devil May Cry and Dragon Ball Fighters and God of War, so ain't fucking happening with a keyboard. But I'm here.
All right. I want to get through some stuff before we get done for the night, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep trucking until we can get to a spot where I can comfortably give you guys some stuff. So, as I was saying, Azralan is willing to do a trade. And the trade goes like this. Swear to me in the Northern custom, which is a swear and a half.
Okay.
So, if all of you say, I swear to go to the Black Realm and slay Avalai, this I swear, then he will grant you his boon. Now, I'm going to give you guys a little bit of context on what the boon means. But note that the sky's the limit of this. You may choose devastation. You may choose intervention. You may choose peace. Or you may choose servitude. Each of you gets a choice. And you may choose to pool your choices together in any combination to get a higher result. So, for instance, if Wretch was like, I want devastation, it's like, alright, you get devastation. And if Emery is like, I want devastation, then she gets devastation. But if you both go, we together want one devastation thing, then you can do that. You can be like, I'm going to give part of my boon to this. I give my portion of the boon to this person, or whatever it is. So, devastation, intervention, peace, or servitude. Devastation gives you the ability to devastate. Intervention. He will intercede and do something for you guys, or if it's not within his domain, he will intercede with the other god. So if you're going to be like, I want the sun to wink out of existence, he'll be like, well, I got to go talk to Ada, the literal sun god, about that. I will go and I'll see what I can pull, what strings I can pull, right? If you want servitude, servitude is him doing a favor, which is a bit different than intervention, because intervention is him asking other folks to do things as an IOU that are outside of his domain. Servitude could be him doing a favor to doing something more like binding an elemental to your service, to warlock, pact magic shit. Peace could be him abstaining from, like, basically him turning a blind eye to you or your kin or something in that category, right? So that's usually more of like a defensive sort of thing, that sort of stuff. But yeah, so you guys can ask for him to, like, you can say, I want to get the fuck out of here. That would be peace, to get you guys out of here, out of his domain, right? But in general, devastation, intervention, peace, or servitude. And I would like you guys to talk amongst each other as players and as characters to think about what you would like to ask him for as your boons.
What's the Black Land?
The Black Realm?
Yeah.
The Black Realm you've heard about only once. And it was referred to by the people who had found a place underneath the research laboratory, R&D 6.
I was worried about that. Cool.
So we need to get the fuck out of here, travel several days back, wait a minute, no, hold on. You said they found the Black Realm underneath the research lab.
Yes.
So it could be the void between here and the Xenomonster Zone. Am I understanding correctly that they found the Black Realm and that was the portal to the fucked up place?
It is the fucked up place.
Fuck. Okay, I'm gonna say we need to know how to kill those things. We need to be able to kill those things. And there is a portal there. There's a portal there in the forest.
There's a portal there in Lemoore.
Yeah.
Like, wait, but there's the cave in Feeding Grounds.
You don't know what that is.
That could lead somewhere else.
You found notes about the rift under R&D 6. And then you found a portal, an intact portal in the Feeding Grounds. That which you have no notes for. It's just there.
Well, okay, but the thing that came from the Black Realm and fucked up everybody's day, that sounds very, very similar to the unholy outsiders that the people are trying to fight in the forest. Sounds like that to me. We don't have information I don't have corroborating sources for that, but that's what that sounds like to me.
Yeah, you guys will need to do your research. You'll need to find notes. You'll need to talk to people. You'll need to figure out. This is not something that you can just go out and do on a Friday night. This is a much bigger thing. But there's no time limit. He's saying, just go kill my son. And I'll give you your boon now. As long as you give me 1.5 promises. Or one and a half swears.
So we know we need to find a way out of here. You still need to find chemo, if that even feels... I mean, that's why we're here.
We can always come back, right?
I don't want to.
Well, we can, like, swing around and get chemo. Kind of wrestle him. Tell him that you cannot believe the day that we've had and we're just not in the mood for it.
That could
One
also...
person can select.
That can also...
One person. God damn it. Alright, one person can also select the boon to just have him, like, hey, chemo's supposed to be here, bring him to us, we'll take care of him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he made it clear that your existence here and chemo's existence here is rather insignificant to him. Meaning that it would be a pretty small boon.
Yeah, Ilya would like devastation personally, because I know that whatever's between us and his son Avalai, it's gonna be mean, and I'm gonna have to be able to kill it good.
Are these boons only one-time use?
No, it depends on what you ask for, right? So you can elaborate more on what you like. For instance, if you chose devastation, you can say, I would like to erase Lemore. At which point, that's pretty one and done. But if you would like to wield devastation, that is clearly not a one and done. Sky is the limit here. But those are the general categories of what you can make requests from.
Okay, so those are just categories.
Yeah, for instance, if you chose servitude, you can say, hey, can you get chemo from me? And someone else can be like, hey, can you get us out of here?
I think that's a good idea. It's like we have some goals here. I would definitely vote for devastation as the murderer, the fighter.
I was gonna go for peace because I'm really sick of cleaning up after devastation of all of your bodies.
Yeah.
You know.
And remember, you guys can stack your things if you're thinking that you're asking for something really heavy. Or if you're like, I want so-and-so to be like super buffed.
I am trying to find a way to work this around my brother.
Yeah, we
Us
should.
being
I
able to
think
get out there.
asking Azrael to boost Wretch's healing abilities somehow, or like in some indirect way, if we could do that.
So both of what was just asked about would be intervention, because the soul of Oliver belongs to Black Phillip, and the healing prowess of Wretch belongs to Dahlia.
That's very true.
But when you say that's intervention, what level of an ask, I guess, you know? Or do you want us to just ask it and see from there?
I think I'm gonna leave this on the table and say, you guys need to come up with what you're gonna ask and bring it to. How much do I want to say on that? I'm gonna say a one and most interventions are gonna be a one and done. So something like, hey, can you permanently increase Wretch's healing prowess? It's like it's not my bag of things. I could go and ask so and so if they can do this thing for you guys. So I'll say that is probably not gonna be an easy one to do. But an intervention about, hey, can you let this kid off the hook, is going to be a little bit easier in that sense.
Yeah, I think we need to... Because we came down here specifically to get his intervention to get chemo. So I think we should stick with that plan, because we can't keep dawdling here. We will die. But, like, for real. We need his help getting the fuck out of here.
So I think we can bundle those as a... Ask him to have us and chemo, ejected out of this place. You know what I mean? Like, we can put it in a better way than that, but...
Yeah.
Have him heal us and do our crits and everything before he does that?
That's a good idea. I just want to be able to throw hurricanes at people. That's a special place in my heart.
I want to be able to ask for my brother to be able to come back, because it's Emery thing. So if there's one thing to ask a god, that's
totally.
probably what she will ask for.
Well, you can always ask a different guy.
Okay, I've got him lined up to talk to me. I mean, gonna take the opportunity.
I guess servitude would be or is it peace? Would be asking him to bring us and chemo out from the way that we came.
Yeah,
I would think.
You can just ask. Yeah, you can just ask them. Like, hey, can you get us out?
Okay, and ask to let Emery's brother go, and
bring him back to life.
Yeah, bring him back in tip-top shape. He's already got a body made of stuff, right? Heal us completely. Heal the party, because we can't fight with all these crits on us. I have 4.
Would you be specifically? Are you asking to be healed or restored? Because technically, the personality changes and all of the stat changes and stuff like that, that is not damage. That is a total change of who you are as a person.
I think I want to be restored. I'm willing to lose the int bonuses that I got, because I can learn those through restored. No crits, no...
Back to what you were before we walked in this place, baby?
Yeah, no crits, no damage to my physical body, remove the negative conditions.
And the positives.
That's what I mean, remove restore me to what I was before I came here.
Except for Oliver.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oliver would be asked to be brought back from the dead.
And maybe let me throw hurricanes from my sword. So we have
5 options. Now, what are you using your charges on officially, and how many for each of these things?
We each get to pick one, right?
And you get one for Oliver.
Oliver gets one?
Oliver, yeah.
I think Oliver should, ask to be restored. I think that would be a good one.
Can I roleplay for a sec?
Hmm?
To ask Oliver. Oliver, this would be your chance to come back if you want to. Do you want to? It's okay if you don't, but
As you say that to him, he seems frozen in time.
Oliver?
You hear a crackling thunder behind you. And a presence, like a roiling older man's voice, booming through you into your chest. You only meet Black Phillip once. Your brother. His soul has been called for long before you stepped foot into this place. But here, the space between him and Black Phillip grows narrow. He has not yet met him. But the binds are insurmountable for the enchantments and the beguiling witchery of mortals. I can see this one is dear to you. And I recognize their contribution to your group. Do you wish intervention? It is no small feat to speak to a servitor of the absent god. But I may. This boon shall be yours and his, should you ask it. But no, it will require me to go and leave this place, even for but a moment. Sorry, if but for a moment. Though that does have consequences.
what sort of consequences?
Dwelling will spin on its axis, with me away from the helm for but a moment.
That sounds dangerous.
Not for a moment.
But can we return how we were before, all of us, including Oliver, if we asked to go?
This thing you ask can be done. The 5 of you may leave this place. and I will bequeath Black Phillip for the return of your brother's soul and agency in the lands of dwelling. But I cannot restore you to whomever you were before you left here. So before you entered this domain. That is the domain of my sister Dahlia. I would have to bequeath her as well. And even this is not too much a price for the slaying of mighty Avalon in his uncontrolled playpen. So he can intercede to Dahlia, and then for 2 more, restore your brother with you. One more, get you guys out of here. The question is, what do you want to do with the last wish?
When you say you guys, does that also include chemo?
No.
Fuck. Well, that's what we came here for, so I feel like that should be the 5th.
I don't know that I want to leave the way I came in. Like with... I feel bad seeing Ollie whole and trying to stuff him back. You know what I mean?
What do you mean?
I don't think that's what I want to do. I don't want to like just have him back in my stuffed in my head.
No, he would be back in his body. Like he would be a full person for your vote and his.
Okay. That's what I would want to do.
That's fine. That's your boon. That's your request.
So to get Ollie back and then to get out of here, would that take all 5?
No. Ollie
So
back
that's
is to get Ollie back is 2. To ask for you guys to get out of here is 1.
So we're at 3 right now.
That's
Okay.
3.
Have us
3 of 5. Yep.
To have us restored is another one.
Have you restored? He can intercede and ask, but that is you can 1 or 2 depending on what's going on. You can add more to it. But for just 1 small boon, he can ask. And then so
By
you
restore, you mean? By restore, you are referring to strictly the health and crits and personality changes? Or
Yeah.
is that different?
yeah, he's asking for all of it.
Health, personality changes.
And that is for everyone or just for him to speak?
That would be for everyone with 1 request. However, I would say that with 1 request, the results will vary. For 2 requests, the results are pretty solid. However, that
I like
still
all
leaves
the-
you without chemo.
Mm-hmm.
Right, I would rather have the
So
results
just-
vary.
Just to let you guys know, I wouldn't need that 3rd one because nothing about me has changed. I'm just hurt.
And I'm okay with what I received as far as...
Uh,
Yeah, but you
like
still
what
have
I
3
received.
crits. Or 4 crits on you, don't you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I
I
have...
got 4 crits and I am a sneeze away from death.
keep
Yeah,
in mind,
but-
a lot of
I'm
that just
talking about
heals
memory,
time.
though.
Yeah, like we have Wretch who can heal a lot of crits and stuff off of us without needing to, you know,
Spend a favor
Spend
from a
it.
god.
spend a god's favor, you know, yeah.
I mean, we could take a fucking nap or like take a week in Kokomo, and I can work on you guys.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I got a lot of boons from this adventure. I'd prefer not to.
Yeah, other than being hysterical, I haven't actually hysterical and hedonistic and kind of hungry.
And the
But I
hunger
mean,
is
I can
called the hunger has been suspended while you guys have been here. That's just the effects of the call.
Well, hedonistic and hysterical, which, after going to the center of creation and getting my shit slapped by a squid, I feel like is reasonable. So,
And then there's all
but
the skill changes depending on what you guys are okay with there.
yeah, I got a bunch of skill stuff added.
You guys got really lucky with the skill ups instead of the skill downs.
Yeah,
I gotta say, it's a 50-50 shot on that, and if you guys kept dying, your stats were almost certainly going to go down. The physical stats.
Mm-hmm.
I think in that case we can skip the restoration, just because Wretch has the ability to fix that. But maybe give Wretch the ability, increase his healing abilities a bit.
Again,
to make
that
that
is
easier.
not this dude's forte.
No, I know that would be an intervention, but I'm just thinking, how do we use those? So we definitely want chemo, I feel.
Also, on a metagaming standpoint, Wretch's healing is bar none the most powerful ability I have ever created. With the times two stack, that puts him
Wretch does
way
fucking
above
work.
healing than anyone else ever. So to buff him might make it very asymmetrical as far as who's good at what, right?
I'm a god.
Like if you want him to outshine you
just
guys,
to,
that's fine.
I am totally okay with that. I am
Yeah,
okay with
just
being
to
the
put it
fucking
into,
loser of the group.
Just to put it into reality here, on our other 2 or 3 sessions, the most healing somebody can roll is 5,
Yeah.
and he just rolled 14.
I suppose. Well, we want chemo. We want to get the fuck out of here, and we want Oliver back.
You know what? You know what I will allow? I will allow you 1 persuasion roll. Negotiation roll from one of you. To see if you can get Emo and you guys out of here with 1 boon.
What is the most presents?
Ain't me.
You mean that dump stat that is...
That all of us suck at? I only have 2.
Would it be a charm?
Nope. This is negotiation.
Oh, I have negotiation! I have ranks in that!
Can I coerce a god?
Oh, well, you could
Nope.
try.
I think you might just explode, though. Depending on what you roll.
He would laugh you into oblivion. I can try.
Because keep in mind, his quest is to have you guys go after someone who wiped a city off of the map.
Also, guys,
to wield devastation.
just to let you think of it, because I thought of it earlier. One of the boons we could ask for is for him to intercede and make everybody in Lemoore forget who we are.
I don't know about forget.
I want them to remember.
We can
Remember
also
the
ask
chain.
about the curse of the hunger stuff in town, but to the point of
But
he's asking us to kill his son, which is basically a god. We might need something to.
I would like. I think I would like to.
Yeah, if we're not fighting all of Lemoore while trying to get with him.
his son is essentially between, a very, very, very powerful elemental. Essentially. Like the staircase.
Yeah. I'm gonna roll persuasion. Is
Negotiate.
If you fail, we all die.
Yeah. Well, I'm not that far off.
Yeah, so what I'm going to ask is someone come forward and ask for your boons. That is the negotiation.
Okay. Well, I have the best negotiation since I have ranks in it. So get us and Chemo the hell out of here. Intercede to Black Phillip and have Oliver restored. And I would really like to wield Devastation if we're going to kill an elemental. Is that okay with everybody?
I like those. Yeah.
Okay. That's gonna be
Please roleplay.
that's gonna be the S.
Please roleplay it.
I thought Ilya was just telling us the list and we were agreeing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Now,
Lord
I only counted 3 on that though. If
to
that list.
Well, that's 5 based on Josh's count.
So we were trying to rope 2 of them into 1.
right. So, but that would 2 for Oliver,
Mhm.
one
One to
to
leave.
get to leave, and then asking.
1 for Chemo.
I guess asking to have that be all of us, like the people who don't belong here, to get the fuck out.
Yeah.
And then
So that's 3, and then your
Chemo's a
devastation.
separate one.
No, Chemo is included in that third
That's what he's
one.
trying to
That's what
rope
he's
into
trying-
it. He's trying to get that 6,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah.
I
And
could
then
ask
him
for like a
getting
big
devastation.
fat devastation, like let me throw tornadoes at people with my sword or something. Like I feel like we need something big and mean to kill
Mm-hmm.
the son of a god, and also we have an arena fight in Lemoore, and if I can use that, like once daily, whip out my sword and throw a storm at somebody, then I feel like that would be also extremely useful, and just generally, because I know we're going to have to fight.
Yeah.
Well,
So
we can
those are
also-
my thoughts.
So that's 4. So with the 5th one, we can just make it so that there's no issues with us going back to Lemoore. Potentially.
Yeah.
Well, what I'm saying though is to like increase the devastation boon.
No, I know, but I'm just saying that's only 4 things. We still have a 5th.
He's saying
I-
do 2 on the devastation. Essentially.
I like the idea of making a little more friendly to us, because that's going to be a huge setback.
It's also
Yeah.
not his forte.
Yeah. Yeah.
Asking for less things, but more powerful things, is going to be
Yeah.
a little bit easier of a check, even if it's the same
Yeah, then if-
amount of boons.
If we're doubling devastation, then how about devastation for him and Bull?
I suppose, yeah, to wield it, because we're the
Then we can use
bruisers.
it twice.
Mm-hmm.
It's significantly more powerful when it's grouped together. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, that was my idea. Is if we're going to be fighting a god, because we couldn't kill a squid. Big squid, but still a squid.
Fair enough.
I feel a lot of that came down to the fact that we had nothing to stand on.
We did briefly.
Yes.
I just can't jump that high.
I feel like a lot of that came from the fact that I went into that squid fight with Coral just scarred to the point where I was about to die.
I mean, I
Before
cut
the
off one of
squid touched me.
I cut off one of its tentacles in one swing.
Yeah, but my point is, I feel like a double devastation boon, because it's a hammer and a nail kind of situation. That's going to solve a lot of problems between us and what we need to do. But I need party consent before I ask for it.
I mean, I'm down, but
I'm
Okay. Azralam, we have chosen our boons. I ask that you intercede with Black Phillip on behalf of Oliver and restore him to the world of dwelling in his body. I ask that you take these insignificant mortals, the ones that you see before you, and Chemo, and as a group, deposit us on the other side of the portal from whence we came, as one. And I also ask that you grant me the power to wield your devastation with my sword.
As well as Bull.
No.
I thought no, it's 2 in 1, because it's a lot more powerful that way.
Oh.
Okay, I'm rolling my negotiation.
Finish the whole bargain, if you can, with a northern custom swear.
And I swear, and half, this is my oath, this is my vow, that in exchange for these boons, we will slay your son Avalai.
This I swear.
This I swear.
Go ahead and give me a negotiation check.
Uh,
Do you have any leftover story points? Anyone? You can use them to
I'll
upgrade
give him a
this check.
story
have one.
point.
oh, okay. Whew.
Did you catch those story points that we added to your roll?
No.
Add a green die for each of them that are giving one.
So roll 2 more greens.
Okay. So, for my own roll, it's a triumph, a success, and an advantage. And then another success and 3 advantage. So, 1 triumph, 2 success, and 3 advantage.
Are you counting the triumph as a success?
No.
Okay, so
So that is 3 success, and if you spent the triumph on another success, you would get 4 success, correct?
No. Wait. Does the triumph count as 2?
triumph counts as a success.
It always
and-
counts as a success and a triumph, because the symbol inside this triumph is a success.
Oh. So if I spent that as a success, yes, it would be 4 and 3.
There is a pregnant pause and you guys intuit this Azralam is. There's a moment where you guys maybe want to interject that a northern swear as well. The rest of the group.
Yeah. This I swear.
I can't speak a sentence that long. Me, not my
Yes,
character.
that's right.
I can't speak
Okay.
that long.
You guys all say we swear to go get Avalai. This I swear.
Yeah.
Or go kill him. Okay.
Swear to slay your son Avalai. This I swear.
After there seems to be, after you guys are done saying it, there seems to be a coalescence of mist on your shoulders. And you hear, accepted.
Oh no.
And the wind starts to buffet you from the front, and the vision of this silhouette dissipates as the wind picks up faster and faster and faster, and you guys are blown away from here, straight back. The wind picks up. Everything goes almost black from this like that whole, like, you hear like jet fighter pilots like almost like losing oxygen from not having their mask and like almost blacking out. That's basically what happens. And nothing. The next moment that comes to you, you wake up in a bed of leaves. The resplendent glowing of various fauna make out just slight details of your surroundings. But otherwise, you are in a land of pitch black. Bull recognizes you are back at the sanctuary the Ions were. But the light fade is in full swing now, cascading this place of perpetual darkness. Ilya, as you come to, you quickly reach instinctually for your sword. And it's there. And it seems to be humming. There is a power to it. Not the same as what it used to possess. In fact, that is still there. There's some other touch to it now. I will leave off there for our next session, but I will quickly brief you guys on some information. Sorry, Emery, as you wake up, startling. You don't startle actually. You wake up, and you don't even realize where you are. You think you're back in your home village because the smell of your brother's hair hits you as you cuddle up next to him. And it was all just a terrible dream. And with that, you all receive 50 XP.
Woo!
And
Ooh.
Ilya, you have another 2 things that you need to add to your sword. It gains the God Killer trait.
Woo!
Oh,
Go ahead and
Where should I
plug
put
in
that in the heroic ability?
Not in the heroic ability, that's just in the traits of the weapon itself. Put that at the end where it says accurate to or breach, just put God Killer. And then next that it gains is a bit more of a sentence. But this is an ability the weapon has. At the start of each day, or during a long rest, you may choose an elemental affinity for the weapon. It just has that affinity for the rest of the day. Fire, lightning, whatever you choose. God Killer is anything that is immune to the weapon's damage is now resistance to the damage. Anything resistant to the damage is now takes the damage as normal. Anything that takes the damage as normal would be weak to the damage, and anything weak to the damage pretty much just dies instantly.
What? All right.
wow.
If you guys would have split it, you guys would have each gotten an elemental affinity choice at the start of every day, and not the God Killer.
I like that. That's good.
But just keep in mind this when we pass loot around next time, who gets what?
Yeah.
But
I
the
need
cool thing though is
armor.
that God there's only one way to get super super epic shit, and that's if you do it one at a time, right? Otherwise, you guys will keep splitting it up, and it'll all be somewhat cool. So, great job, guys. You guys just went to one of the hardest places to survive in existence, and you came out changed, but alive.
More alive than we left.
Kinda.
Are we?
Some of you.
A whole person more alive.
Yeah, I
yeah,
could have stuffed
okay.
my kidneys back where they belong, but
Well, we don't know that yet.
Well,
Have
I
you
have
seen him?
4 crits, so
Hmm. Cool.
Well, thank you for playing, guys, and thank you for staying a little bit late. I know we ran a little bit long, but I wanted to cap that off. We'll pick up back in the heart of the woodlands as you guys reacquaint yourselves with your surroundings and with your new circumstances. With that,
And we should level up.
yes, you
Yeah,
guys
don't
get.
forget that other guy should have followed us.
Yeah, you guys gotta look for him now that you're out too. So we can spend our XP off camera. Let's just get it all done within the next 2 weeks. You guys can communicate with me if there's no abilities that you guys like, or if you have something as an idea and you'd like to workshop some talents. I'm super down for doing that. Let's just do it when we don't have everyone sitting around for the appreciation of time.
Yep.
And with that, have yourselves a great night, and I think we're all good for 2 weeks from today. Just make sure that we drop a message in the Call of the Hunger chat if that doesn't work for you, and we'll pick up our semantics on scheduling there.